Hey there, so today we have another review. This is a beer courtesy of Jeremiah from Hop Butcher for the World. This is their American Pale Ale Citra Mosaic hopped 5.75%. And I didn't realize this one, they don't have much information on tap. So this is their, I think, top 25 beer on All About Beer Magazine's 2017 list. So I didn't realize that actually Hop Butcher's been around for that long. So very fresh, week and a half, 2 weeks. And so yeah, Citra Mosaic, let's dig into it. So definitely a pale ale. Ooh, might have sent some heat, yeah. That head looks a little bit bubbly for me, or like it's large, you know. It's almost like Saison-y versus like a tight bubbled head that you get from a traditional IPA. Beer has got a nice kind of medium gold color, definitely not a hazy. This looks more like traditional pale ale, but like, you know, with the more modern, you know, bent. Little bit of like a medium minus haze to that. Oh no, sorry. Did not have any issues with the heat. I can smell that immediately. Huh. But anyway, that is straight Mosaic. So, what is that? What is that note that someone mentioned recently? But I keep forgetting. But yeah, this is a classic kind of like blueberry candy note that people get from Mosaic. Yeah, I mean, if you call that, if you know Mosaic and you know the sweet side of Mosaic and you call that blueberry candy, this is all that. It is all Mosaic for days. Very little, some of the dank, you know, edge to it. The kind of herbaceous dankness, but this is all the sweet. It's again, I have a hard time naming it blueberry candy, but if you know Mosaic, I mean, to me, it's almost like, what is that? It was on Steel's beer, and Augie had the perfect tasting note. And like when you find those perfect tasting notes, and he's like, oh, that's exactly what it tastes like. Oh, what is that? It's like, sorry for giving you guys a hard time. It's some kind of candy. To me, it's almost like melon candy. It's got a nice sweetness to it. And there's a little bit, there's a little bit of tea. So there's a little bit of like, you know what? That's a bit. It's like a melon Arizona green tea, something like that. Oh, that's nice, nice and crushable. Again, this is not. It doesn't seem like a big Citra forward beer. Again, Citra plays so differently in your kind of like traditional / West Coast style beers versus hazies. Yeah, it's got a nice, kind of pleasant, you know, probably citrusy quality to it. So it's like a little bit like just orange peel, slightly grapefruity, playing into that big Mosaic bomb note. On the palate, follows with that kind of sweet candied Mosaic note too. Double back on the back end, there's that dankness, both of the herbaceous qualities of Mosaic and the dank edge that Citra also has. The herbaceous edge that Citra has. Yeah, it's quite nice. It's sort of like a, you know, modern San Diego. It's like, yeah, it's a semi-modern San Diego West Coast pale ale, right? It's got Mosaic and Citra playing with the fun fruities without much kind of bitterness to it. Not too much malt behind it either. It's not got that like rich like density that Sierra Nevada Pale Ale has. Sierra Nevada Pale Ale is much darker of a beer, possibly higher residual sweetness, but also just got that like crystal malt thang to it. This one's like twangy, dry, dank, fruity, aromatic, a little bit bitter on the back end. Solid medium bitterness on this one. It's really well-built beer. They get bright citrus, pleasant dank, and tropical fruit. Yeah, see, like tropical fruit for me is more like the hazy game. And also, like, I think tropical fruit can offer different tasting notes, even in the West Coast. This is like Mosaic, right? This is very specifically that flavor profile of Mosaic, which is like that candied, stinky, it's so freaking hard. It's like overripe papaya, and it's like, which I guess is a tropical fruit, but it's just specifically so Mosaic-y. Yeah. So specifically Mosaic-y, which I like name, like in my mind, you probably think purple, so like blueberry. You could possibly think green into the melon world, but I don't, you know, when I think tropical, I think like yellow and orange fruits, and like this Mosaic bomb doesn't really come off that way. Really nice and dry, wow. Yeah, this is just killer. I mean, I've been like itching for West Coast IPA recently, and like people talk about it, and like it's like, why don't you make one? You know, I work at breweries. Why don't you make one? It was like, well, some of the best ones you can literally find on the shelf, like Stone, Torpedo. There's just great ones out there. Like you don't need a local brewery to really make one, unless obviously if you have world-class breweries in your area. But gotta finish one up quickly. Delicious, kind of like more traditional kind of American Pale Ale, but like, you know, slightly updated. I think it's a great Mosaic bomb. Absolutely fantastic. If you like Mosaic, you're gonna love this one. This one for me, it's a great drinker. And it's got that like cappy thing, almost like Simcoe offers, but I think it's just Mosaic in there, or it is a Mosaic in there. It's fun, it's style heavy, yeah, love it. This one for me gets a 90. 94 grid from Hop Butcher for the World. Thank you so much. It's just a fantastic beer. Cheers. Later.